It's so nice I had to name it twice when we call it Reggae Reggae. Okay, that's much better. What is an entrepreneur? Yeah, good question. I've just recently found out what is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody that works his butt off. Yeah. Because that's what I do. Yeah. I get up at 6 in the morning to open my restaurant at 8. We close at 11. I don't get home until 12. And by 1:45 at night, maybe I'm into bed. If I haven't, I've got to go on the internet and answer maybe 4,000 or 5,000 emails that I get every day. That's how life has changed for me. You know, you say like, you know, you've wanted it all your life. You want money, you know, you want fame, and you want everything that comes with that. But when it does arrive, you actually have to work harder. Yeah, that's what being an entrepreneur is. And I've managed to sort of be the ultimate entrepreneur. Because I slay dragons. But, you know, this is what we have to do. We have to slay dragons, not just me. You guys, yeah. To get your business up and going. Or to get your ideas from here into the shops or wherever. You have to slay dragons. I had my personal 5 dragons to slay. Yeah. To get my Reggae Reggae sauce from here to Sainsbury store, and now we've sold nearly 1 million bottles of Reggae Reggae sauce in 9 months. Now, I know, how did I manage to do that? Well, I have 2 pet dragons that follow me around all the time now. Yes. I have Peter Jones, my own personal pet. You know that, you know, I'm walking and say, come on, Peter, where you going? I had a prayer from my mother. Yes. I talk a lot about this prayer because you need that. I don't care who you are or where you come from. In business, you need that to survive. I had that prayer. I know I talk about it a lot because it's special to me. I know. Psalms what? 23. Yeah. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You know it? Yes. My mother, she says, you go with your prayer in your head and you will come back as a dragon slayer. And that's what we did. Now, we're on our 3rd Reggae Reggae sauce. We've got now 2 new flavors of the sauce in the shops. And that comes from the fact that I believed in what I was doing. And that's what you've got to do. You must believe in yourselves and go and slay dragons. Because that's what we have to do as poor black and ethnic people. We have to get up every day and slay dragons. How I did it, I had my USP. Yeah. My USP was my guitar and my song and my belief and my passion in what I was doing. Because if you remember the dragons then, you saw me, you know, Richard Farley says, Levi, you know, you're a great guy, but you can't count. He says that we like your sauce and you look wonderful and fantastic, but what we like is the passion that you have about your business. And it's the same thing that I can talk to you about today is passion in business, because that's what got me through, my USP. And I must implore you, when you go out there, when you're going to slay your own personal dragons, you must have your USP. Because out there, it's a hard world in business. As my grandmother used to say, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is a replenishment of what's gone on before. What you have to do is put a new spin onto it. I know you can't all sing Reggae Reggae Sauce song like me can. And you can't all go out there and slay dragons like my 5 personal dragons. But it's the same philosophy and the same principle. You must work hard. You must believe in what you do. And you can't let anybody stop you. You've got to take up what you believe in and take it forward. when I first got asked to go on the Dragon's Den, you know, like I tell you before, I didn't know what Dragon's Den was. To me, it was like going in, like they say, with eyes wide shut, you know, when you don't know of the present danger in front of you. I think if I perhaps did know, you know, what Dragon's Den was, I probably wouldn't have gone on. But that's the thing about divine intervention. You never know where the Almighty God is going to lead you. And I think he sort of led me through my own personal victories to slay my own personal dragons. And now, thank God, we now have our restaurant in Battersea, our Papi and Jerk Center. We've got 3 new sauces. And what we found out that it's not just the sauce that's selling, it's more of the branding of Levi Roots. And if you can have a business that relies on the branding, then you will go far, because it's much more than just a product. It's selling me. So once you see on the shops, you see Levi, you see Reggae Reggae Sauce, you see Levi. And this is it. On my shoulder, I know I have the whole sort of burden of the black and ethnic market, because I remember it well on the TV when the show was on, you know. We even watched it as a family after the program, and we knew that I'd got through and I'd stay in the Dragons and everything, but it was really a riveting program that we sat there and we was thinking that even I'm not going to get through. Families, very important in business. My first port of call when I wanted to seek finance for my business was to go to my families. Families are cheaper. Keep it in the family. No, I owe my family quite a lot now. Because my mother's wonderful, she bailed me out a lot. And I've got to implore you, stick with families, it's better. When you're talking about black and ethnic business also, I think it's very important. Because I think it's one of the reasons why we have lagged behind for so long in our businesses, is because we haven't gone the family route. There's a very famous kind of joke that I tell all the time about, you know, they says the why the Indian man is not in the World Cup is because he built a corner shop every time he gets a corner. We as a black race, we need to start getting those corners and building a shop on the corner, because that's the only way we're going to get through. And we have to start employing our families and bringing our families into our business and make it stronger. Because we know what Marcus Garvey used to teach us is that the stronger the family tree is the more future you can see. And we need that. My sauce is well chronicled that I started off with my children. We used to make 65 bottles every time we made Reggae Reggae Sauce at home. That's the size of the Dutch pot. Hands up all who knows what a Dutch pot is. Hands up all those who don't know what a Dutch pot is. It's an earthenware pot. Now, that's the size of the pot that we made to make 65 bottles of Reggae Reggae Sauce. We did that for 15 years, undaunted. Not that we knew we was going to be like fabulously rich and everything like that, but we didn't take it that serious. But we made 65 bottles, and now we make 165,000 bottles every time we make Reggae Reggae Sauce. And we've gone over the millions. 30 seconds. Lord of mercy. USP, again, my main point is to making your business special. Families is another thing which I like to talk a lot about. Like, as I said, we need that as black and ethnic people in business to sort of rise above that. Now, this word entrepreneur and Reggae Reggae Sauce and Levi Roots is so much in the news, I think we should use that. I've been doing a lot of schools and colleges and that sort of thing, speaking of later, to try to sort of raise the whole awareness of Caribbean food. Because I really think Caribbean food should be up there where Indian food is. And I think I have a personal goal to try to do that. Because what I realize is that more people go to the Caribbean than in India. So Caribbean food should be up there. So that's another thing that we have to work on. And I think I've said enough. Thank you very much. Rastafari.
Thank you. Thank you.